What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another Fear the Walking Dead video if you're new. Now, this is going to be a review and recap of Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 4. If you're a fan of Fear the Walking Dead, if you love Fear the Walking Dead, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on Fear the Walking Dead, you get them. Once again, for the fourth time this season, we got another solid episode. Another fire episode. This episode is titled The Key, and the description for this episode reads, John is settling in as one of Virginia's rangers when a mysterious death sends him on an investigation that makes him question everything he thought about himself. Sounds like an interesting episode based off the description. You know, John has never really been one of my super favorite characters of Fear the Walking Dead. I like his character, but he's not my favorite on the show. You know, he's interesting to watch, but he's just not my favorite. But this episode was solid. Once again, man, Fear the Walking Dead is on a roll. They are on a straight roll this season. Like I said in my last review and recap for episode 3, I said that Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 so far is better than The Walking Dead Season 10. That's just how I feel so far, man. You know, this season could get worse, but so far, there's been banger after banger episodes, and I'm loving this season. This week's episode focuses on John Dory and an unexpected loss. Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 has taken an interesting path with character-focused episodes. So, like I said, it's anthology-based. Each episode is focused on a certain character, or characters, like 2 characters maybe. I wasn't sure that I'd like this format, but I think it's something I'm definitely warming up to. It's giving each character story time to flesh out and dig deeper into their journey. I feel like I've come to understand these characters more in this season so far than I have over all the seasons that have been on before this season. Now, I don't really understand this whole Janice thing. We met her last season, but I don't understand why she was such a big deal in this week's episode. You know, I understand that when the episode starts, we learn that Janice has been helping John get letters to June, but why was she such a big deal? Like, she's never even really been a big character. I'm not entirely sure why this episode even revolved around Janice. You know, we seen her in episode 2 that revolved around Strand and Alicia. She was helping them fight in that factory. But why was this episode mostly about her? Anyway, the episode starts off and John is explaining to June in a letter that Lawton hasn't lost someone for a while, only for that to completely change in an instant with the death of an artist named Cameron. They find him wrapped up around barbed wire as walkers are eating their next meal. Now, Virginia didn't seem to care much about it, but John couldn't get past it. He wanted to investigate more into how and why Cameron died, and at some point, Strand offers to help him. Strand is turning out to be quite shady. Ever since he joined Virginia's team, it seems like this guy is kind of shady, and I don't really trust him like I used to. John gains more interest into Cameron's death, and he realizes Janice may have something to do with it. It starts off with him finding an earring near Cameron's body, and then it gets more complicated when it's revealed that Janice was trying to escape out of Lawton with the other earring in her bag. It comes as no surprise to me that Cameron and Janice were lovers. Anybody could see that coming from a mile away. They wanted to leave Lawton together, and the 2 of them kept their relationship a secret from Virginia. If Virginia found out, it might have ended badly for both of them, and it looks like it already did with his death. Now, John runs into Dakota, who is eager to rat out her older sister Virginia any chance she gets. She's fairly certain Virginia is involved somehow in Cameron's death and that she is jumping through hoops to keep someone protected. This is why it makes sense that she intercepted John's letters to June and read everything he had to say. And I don't think that's cool, man. I really don't think that's cool that Virginia did this. She couldn't even respect John's privacy. Now, there's not many options left, and John decides to dig up Cameron's body and learns that his throat was slit. But by the time he shows Victor, there isn't much left to show him. This whole situation gets messy because Janice is on the verge of giving up, and she is accused of killing Cameron. Virginia even gets a confession out of her, but John isn't willing to let Janice take the rap for someone else's crime. Now, at this point, Janice just wants him to get out of there and run away with June. I mean, he might as well, because Cameron and Janice had already prepared for it, so someone should use it, right? Unfortunately for Janice, she doesn't get to live very long to see what would come of John's future. Now, John was trying to stop Janice's execution, but he arrives to save her too late, as they go ahead and do it earlier than expected, so the execution was moved up. I seen some reviews on this episode, and people were really feeling the loss of Janice. The death itself was very sad and heartbreaking, but I just wasn't that invested in her, and I'm not sure that I was supposed to be, because she just wasn't a main character. But it appears it did get fans talking. A lot of fans were in pain because Janice had died. Now, the next day, Strand and John get into an altercation, as John learns that Strand was the one to make Janice look bad to Virginia. Man, what the hell is Strand doing, man? He's just messing up this season. First, he kills Sanjay, and then he does this. Like, man, this is just crazy. I'm a fan of Victor Strand, but he's doing some reckless stuff. I mean, in a way though, you can't be mad at Strand because he saved John's life and sacrificed Janice. So, in a way, he kinda did what he had to do. But at the same time, I'm disappointed he created any sort of situation where someone had to die. Now, as the episode ends, Virginia gifts John a key. That's why the episode is called The Key, and this key resembles the future of their community. Apparently, it's a great honor, and with it comes some pretty great perks, like June transferring to Lawton to be with John. But, you know, John wasn't in the greatest mood when June arrived. Of course, he was happy to see June, but he wasn't all that happy because Janice died the way she did. But of course, it seems like Virginia is up to something else. You know, letting June come there, she might be up to something. Last but not least, the episode wraps up with Morgan learning that Grace is still alive. Unfortunately, he's hit into a car accident by two men looking for the key Amal was supposed to give to them. Now, this is a complete badass scene. Morgan takes down the two men, only to be left standing and wondering what the hell does this key open. But the way he took down these two men was crazy. It was badass. This dude is such a fighter. He's such a warrior. My God, man, this dude is crazy. They tried to attack him, and Morgan ducks and weaves and dodges, and he stabs him up. And it was just so crazy, man. Like, watch, I'm gonna play this scene for y'all real quick. Stay tuned. Man, that scene was absolutely insane. Morgan did the damn thing, man. I can't believe he's been killing left and right this season. You know, Morgan has always said all life is precious. In The Walking Dead, he didn't really want to kill. I think it was like in season 6 going into season 7, Morgan never wanted to kill, but then in season 8 of The Walking Dead, he just started killing people left and right. And then we seen in Fear that he wasn't really killing people again. You know, he said all life is precious, and that's not what he wanted to do. But now we see that he's killing left and right again. I think Morgan is at the point where he realizes that, yes, all life is precious, but you do have to kill when it's necessary in order for you to survive. And that's exactly what he did. He murked these two men, and he had to do what he had to do. But that scene was crazy. I absolutely love Morgan, and I loved this episode. This was another banger ass episode. I loved every minute of it. This show is just so good right now. I hope the next episode is even better. You know, from the previews, it looks like the next episode is gonna be a banger. It's gonna have Dwight, Sherry, and Al in it. You know, they're gonna try to stop Virginia. They're gonna put on masks and try to stop the tanks and stuff. It's gonna be a crazy episode, so I can't wait for that one. Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all Fear the Walking Dead content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. It definitely helps the channel. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy, FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.